Cut on automatically. So I'll cut it on myself. There we go. There we go. Now let me get back to desktop share and let's move that over a little bit. Social media ads and templates, all of that's done for everyone. You don't have to learn how to create images and learn AI and I mean not learn AI, but learn graphics and all of that good stuff. Everything's there for you laid out in the back office. Um, You can even join Craigslist, which is a paid service. I'm not a fan of Craigslist, but I'm neutral. I've never used them. I tried using them years ago, and I ended up talking to a lot of people that thought it was a dating service, and I got off of it. So step by step, breaks down all of the commissions, commission structure. Let's see, serious about long-term income scaling. That's brand new. This is a brand new section here. Jeff Mills is our AI Automation Academy instructor. He's our Yoda for AI. Now, this is brand new. I may as well go in and see what it is. It's brand new. And it's a modification of AI Automation Academy. All right. So, oh, and that's Jeff's book. I told you he was a Yoda. There's the proof. So, yeah, Jeff is the Yoda that's over the AI Automation Academy. He's our guy. So back to the back office. So that's for AI Automation Academy. If you're interested, awesome. It's worth its weight in gold. It's an upgrade. Uh, there's more than one way to upgrade. I'll let you cover that in your back office. I'll let you cover that with the CEO. But you can upgrade to AI Automation Academy through Lead Lightning or through Power Lead System. It's worth its weight in gold just to learn AI, just to learn how to use AI to make podcasts, your own podcast, a monetized podcast, monetize pop out toys, monetize automation for text, SMS, monetize automation for what was the last one? Setting up your messenger, complete automation, everything. So all of those classes and projects are taught face to face in breakout sessions with Coach Jeff. I'm telling you, it's worth its weight in gold. And I don't miss a class, and I'll reschedule my classes just to make sure that I'm on that class because I'm learning. Even though I'm in school, what we learn in here is not taught at our college. And I'm a major in information technology, and we hit around the surfaces on history and theories and math and a little geometry but Jeff teaches hands-on, which is 1,000 times faster than any college, and I can vouch for it because we're not going too fast in our classes. We're repeating some of the same things, and we spend 99% of our time writing essays, which has nothing to do with computers. That's English. If I want to major in English, I would switch over. But I was surprised that a computer course teaches almost everything except computers. So I'm still learning. People like Jeff, they're a godsend. He has he has many years of information technology, broadcast media. Uh, he's also a creator. He does all of that kind of stuff. Real decent guy. We love him here. We all love Jeff. He's one of the main parts of helping put together most of the new features in the company. So we love Jeff. And let's see, do we have any more solo ad vendors? You can go two ways to generate leads. You can do free, which you have to spend, hours, 8 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours of clicking, and most free traffic does not pay. I'd spend 2 hours every day clicking because I complement or supplement my free traffic with my paid traffic, and I do A/B testing to see which one works. And free traffic is free, but you have to pay with your time. Where paid traffic, nope, that's another class that's going on. With paid traffic, you save time. You're basically buying a lead list from another professional lead vendor. Buyer beware. There are many out there, but we have two sources in-house. Welcome aboard, and thanks for joining, Lynn. I hope your day is going well. There's the back office. Let me show you the lead sources. Solo ad vendors. Let's pop that up real quick so everyone can see it. We have two. We have Glenn and Phil. I've known Glenn for maybe over 10 years. I've known Phil for over 6 years, and they're both awesome. So now it looks like we're only okay. We have both. Um, Lead hero is Glenn. I've known him for 10 years. Uh, Phil Solos, that's Phil. I've known him for over 6 years, and I've purchased leads from both, and I've gotten sales from both. So they both work. I'm on a budget, so I don't do paid traffic every day. The average cost is around $50 to $70, depending on whether you go with T1 or uh, welcome aboard, Steve. I hope your day is going well. All right, those are our two lead vendors in-house. So let's go back a page. All right. Now we touched on Gmail Direct Send, and I can share with you. I went, okay, 5 months ago. It was like the 20 years that passed in marketing didn't matter because I started all over again the first of this year. And in March, when I set up my Gmail Direct Send, I believe it was the end of March, I set up my direct send. I had a bunch of old leads. I have an old lead list and a couple other autoresponder companies, and they're just sitting there aging and getting old. And but I learned that Gmail Direct Send takes you from 1 to 2% of hitting the prospect's inbox. And I'm going to share this with you. I went from 1 to 2% to now I'm at probably 90, let's say 94, 95% of emails that I send out go directly to the prospect's inbox. Let's so now I went from zero with Lead Lightning as far as my list. I started a fresh list with zero in March. Zero. And with the Gmail Direct Send, now all of my leads are saved. All of my prospects, I'm hitting their inbox probably in the mid 90s, the 90 percentile. That's a big difference. That's a complete 180 from 1 to 2% to 90 plus percent hitting the inbox is a complete turnaround. So that allowed me to stay. Once I figured that out and took advantage of Gmail Direct Send, I was able to hit the leaderboard, which I can count on one hand in 10 years that I hit a leaderboard anywhere because it's so hard. But with Gmail Direct Send and with paid traffic, I was able to hit the leaderboard for like 3 straight months. Let's see, June, July, August, no, May, June, July, 3 straight months on the leaderboard because I turned my whole situation around 180 from 1 to 2% hitting the inbox to Gmail Direct Send, 90 plus percent. I went from zero leads because every person's email is a lead because when they opt in, you can nurture your list, you can retarget your list, you can send your list freebies and gifts and perks because that's part of nurturing. In other words, you're doing whatever it takes to keep them from opting out and getting off of your list. As long as you have a list, you have someone to sell to. And the old saying in marketing, the money is in the list, the fortune is in the follow up. So once you create a list, like I have a list now of 8,100 people plus 81 over 8,100 people that I can email. I have their email, it's current, they've been screened, it's a real email, it's not fake. So now what I do is I create newsletters once a week and I send, if I pick up a freebie from another company or from Google, excuse me, then I share that with my list so that they'll always be my list. I share freebies. There's a couple companies you can join. Matter of fact, I used to give those out, but I quit doing that. But it's free. They're free to join. You don't pay 1 cent. But there are companies that are called freebies, freebie companies. And I joined a few of those. So I'll send freebies to my list to retain my list so that I can always advertise. If I join another service, well, I don't have to spend any more money. I have my list. Now, I care about my list. I contact my list. I nurture my list. I send freebies whenever I can. And most of my list is still there. No one's going anywhere because what they're doing is they're probably for the first time received help with coaching. For the first time, they probably made some of those people have made money for the first time. So as long as you can help them, they're not going anywhere. So I mentioned earlier about nurturing your list. That's part of nurturing, taking care, maintaining, uh, building value. I don't like to use that word because I've heard it like 10 million times in the last 20 years. But building value means you take care of your list, you send them freebies, something they can use. You can get free travel, you can get free pizzas, you can get free digital services are the best because digital services make money. I focus on digital because digital is money right now. Everything in the digital world creates money. You can monetize everything digital. So I'm kind of in the digital world, so I concentrate on that. But that list is your lifeblood. The money's in the list, but the fortune is in the follow up. Gmail Direct Send sends all of your leads that you market to, it hits their inbox. They become your list for life. I asked years ago, I asked one of my marketing friends, I said, hey, does a list ever get old? He goes, what do you mean, does a list get old? He said, no, they never get old. If they're not in business, they'll opt out. If they're not interested, they'll opt out. But as long as they're on your list, that's your list to be nurtured, to send them value, freebies, and show them that you care, that you want to retain them. You want them to be your list for life. I talk about that a lot. But it's really important because not many people learn on their journey. They don't learn, they're not taught. And the ones that do learn, they spend a fortune. And then they get dropped off at the bus stop. They get dropped off at the train station because you got to pay to play on coaching and mentoring and workshops. And it's not very affordable. And most of those guys have no training. They buy an ebook and they set up a coaching or a consulting. And if you ask them any technical questions, they're going to hang up the phone. They're going to get off that conversation because most of them don't have formal training or any degrees or certification or anything. But a lot of them think they can buy an ebook and they can teach and they can coach and consult. Doesn't work that way. Experience coaches, experience teaches or will teach, not ebooks that you can buy, you can get for free on every server. That's not consulting, that's not coaching, that's not teaching. But when you spend years of investing in your education, spend years working with the best people you can in the field, that experience, you learn how to monetize it. And that's through services like coaching, uh, remote, remote computer services, stuff like that, that I do, licensed certified as, to work remote. So that's what I do in my spare time. I also do that for the state of Georgia and the state of Tennessee. I work with setting up voting equipment, which is secure and monitored. It's a you have to have a form of clearance to do it because it's not open to the public. It's legal to talk about it, but it's something that's not open to the public because all of that equipment has to be monitored and the security, and you have the sheriff, and we're usually in the police station when we do some of our servicing because we have to have someone monitoring even the servicing part because now there's no internet hooked into that voting equipment. Uh, so everything is pretty much paper ballot and scanners. Run it, scan it, and it gets collected and taken to the county and hand counted. So a lot of people don't know that everything's actually hand counted. It's only scanned into a scanner, saved into a vault, and then taken to the county. And I'm not going to go too much into that. But I service computers all over the state of Georgia and Tennessee. That's just a hobby, but I've been doing it for also my livelihood. But anyway, let me get back to Gmail Direct Send, our list. The money's in the list. The fortune is in the follow up. Now, I'm going to take the rest of the time, I'm going to get out of screen share and I'm going to take some questions. I hope everyone's written down their best questions. Let's get out of screen share. All right, now I'm going to do a little Q&A. We've got two new. Okay, perfect, perfect. We had some other people. And all right, they want to stay private. That's good. That's okay. I respect everyone's privacy. Um, I like to see everyone's face because I've gotten used to some of the same faces every Saturday, every Wednesday, every Monday, every Saturday. Plus, I set in on the other coaching classes too. So I try to support whenever I'm not stuck on the computer trying to fix something. But I'm going to leave this open for questions. On the right-hand side is your chat box. Now, I'm going to let me minimize. Okay, my back office doesn't look like that. Okay, if you're in Lead Lightning, your back office won't change until you upgrade to an affiliate. I think the first upgrade is like 21 or $24. That way you get all the tools, all the new tools, the bells and whistles, and you get a new back office. So if you can't see that, um, if you feel lost or overwhelmed, the one-on-one coaching at the top of the page, I'll repost it. But one-on-one coaching, if you get overwhelmed, get stuck, you can text me. Now I'm usually a week. I'm a week behind. I'm actually booked till September 2nd because it's a holiday. But if someone cancel, Calendly will put you in a open slot. So if you need help, schedule a one-on-one. I'm here for the whole company. It doesn't matter. Schedule a one-on-one. You can also, if you're having a technical issue with Lead Lightning, Power Lead System, as far as you're just overwhelmed or stuck. If you're stuck, text 423-414-7421. Text only. I don't take incoming calls because I would never get any work done. And my calls come in like a ticker tape. So there's no way. Now I'm working on adding AI to answer my calls because I don't want to miss any important calls. And I've grown to the stage where I need AI. I have to go back. We just had a class on automation. I have to go back and learn those steps that's in the back office and set up automation that will answer my calls, that will automate my text because I can't physically do that by myself. So that's one of the benefits of AI Automation Academy. The benefit of upgrading to that, it's worth its weight in gold. One class, it's paid for itself. And we're like 4 or 5 classes into this year of AI automation. Let me repeat those again. We've done the podcast, monetize podcast for yourself, monetize automation for Messenger, SMS. We've done AI for song creation and publishing, being a songwriter with AI is a matter of minutes and clicks. Also, the pop-out toys. That's 5 classes that we've already done this year. Nope, 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 nope. I think we have some people cutting into the other Zoom. I have more than one Zoom going, but they're trying to cut in. Okay, my back office doesn't look like that. Should I be looking forward to an update? Uh, Actually, there will be an update once you upgrade from Lead Lightning, which is the $7. I mean, you're $7, you're there for life. And the next upgrade, I believe, is gold. And there's a couple new upgrades. And I have to go in. Like I said, we get new updates every week, and we work on something every week constantly on the phones. A/B testing, AI automation. We were able to do follow-up emails for the whole company. So we're working around the clock, perfecting and updating and making this thing work. I mean, it's beautiful. So yeah, you have to upgrade to get the full back office, but that doesn't mean you can't get coaching, and that doesn't mean you can't make money because I sell a lot of Lead Lightning. I sell a lot because what attracted me to Lead Lightning was a $7 investment, and it's your website for life. At that time, there was no one else doing it. Then a couple companies copied it with $12, and then a whole bunch of people copied the $7. They didn't copy the company. They copied the concept of $7. Everyone can afford $7. Rule of thumb, based on internet rule of thumb, most people will spend $100 to $500 to start an online business. $100 to $500. That's an average. If you average a person that spends seven and the person that spends $10,000, the average is about $100 to $500 to invest in an online business. And that's been the same stats going back, I don't know, 10, 12 years, because it's basically what people can afford and what people, what people want to do. But you don't have to spend $500 to upgrade. I think one of the upgrades, oh, I know All In is a big upgrade because you get every services in the company. Uh, there's a $99 7-day trial for the AI automation and that upgrade. Go into your back office. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, and I don't want to get too far ahead of the CEO, because actually you're supposed to do that chat with him. He'll give you instructions and steps on what to do, and to also meet him. He's one of the few CEOs that you can talk to, which I thought was really cool. I've worked with CEOs that would never talk to anyone. You have to talk to a gatekeeper of a gatekeeper of a gatekeeper, and that's the secretary and the assistant secretary. So being able to speak with a CEO, I think, is pretty valuable because you get it straight from the owner. You get it straight from the CEO's mouth, which is pretty powerful. I'm going to unmute everyone so you can either type, thank you, first time here. Paul, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope to see you again Saturdays. If you can go to your calendar, and if you can make any of the calls, they're worth their weight in gold. Trust me when I tell you. I've gone through a lot of companies and worked with a lot of companies. I've coached for a long time, done computers for decades, ages, and I'm here with this company. I may sell other things. Oh, another beauty of this company. If you have a service, if you're a carpenter or you own a laundromat, it doesn't matter. If you own another business, there's a way to set it up in your back office, even if you're Lead Lightning. I do a lot of setups for Lead Lightning. If you're Lead Lightning, I can help you set up book coaching. Lead Lightning, I will prioritize your coaching session. It's 30 minutes to an hour. I usually I talk for 30 minutes. So it's usually 30 minutes to an hour, and I'll help you set up your Lead Lightning. Everything that was confusing or seemed complicated is pretty simple, but everything looks complicated when you're not familiar. So that's not a problem. That's what I'm here for. If you're feeling stuck, that's what coaches do or supposed to do. So if you're feeling stuck, schedule a coaching. Don't hesitate. I mean, there's money to be made with this. Believe me, this is a good business. There's money to be made. So don't hesitate to set up coaching. Let me answer a few more questions. Does my back office? No, it's not. It's gonna look the same until you upgrade. When we set up Gmail Direct Send, is there a tutorial? Yes, the tutorial's in your back office under Gmail Direct Send. Thank you. Where can I find that detail? Back office under, matter of fact, let me I'm going to run over 5 minutes. If everyone will stay, I'll run over 5 minutes. So I'm going to go to my back office. Now, everything is in your back office. When you go to your back office, all of those steps, just follow step 1 through 6. 1 through 6, Facebook, your conference call with Neil, make your first sale with Neil, instructions on making your first sale, all the instructions, and then the events calendar. Those 4 things are the most important. Now to get to, let's see, we were talking about Gmail Direct Send systems. No, we switched that. Let's go to marketing. If you click on marketing, it's going to open up to Gmail Direct Send. Now, Lead Lightning's back office may look a little different because it is different, but That's where I come in. If you need help getting set up, getting your Gmail Direct Send set up, that is the most important thing. I talk about it all the time, every day, all day, because going from 1 to 2% to 90+% reaching the inbox means success and income and commissions. So I will gladly take anyone that schedule or anyone that text, because sometimes in between coaching sessions, I can take a text call, resolve an issue with Gmail Direct Send or any other issue. So I beg, I didn't want to say beg, but I want you to contact me. That's the best way to put it. Well, I've got about 3 minutes. I might run a little over if my CEO doesn't get mad, but if I have a question when the buzzer goes off, I will answer that question before I check out. I want to make sure we leave out all questions answered. We have a pretty small crew today, so that shouldn't be a problem. Paul, thanks for hanging around. Robert, thanks for hanging in there. There's a few others that's they're muted out and their cameras off, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm glad you made it. I'm here for the whole team, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. The coaching link is, I hope everyone can see that those are the steps. Go to marketing and Gmail Direct Send in the back office takes you right to it. And I'm going to get out of screen share. All right, so we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I got the $7 lead lightning a while ago and completely forgot about it. I was reminded last night I'm basically starting over. How do I make that connection to talk to the CEO? You go to the back office, and those steps are there. I think it's the second and third step in the back office. I set up the Gmail Direct Send, but I'm curious how to get those trainings because my back office doesn't look like that. So it's a bit tougher to navigate. Set up the coaching. Coaching is, I will repeat it. I'll repost it so everyone can see it. Book a session, please. And if you don't book a session and you get frustrated, okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. And also, if there are people that cancel, there are people that reschedule almost every other day. So text this number, text only. Text only, that number. And I will respond within 5 to 10 minutes, usually on the average. And that way I can take and set up your coaching right then. If there's an open slot when you text me, if there's a spot in between texting, in between coaching, I will coach. I'll take we can set up coaching right there in real time. And I can do it with Google, I can do it with Zoom, StreamYard. I have several services. So I can meet you where you are. So if you don't, the old saying is the only bad question is the one you don't ask, because there should be a lot of questions because there's a lot of information. And this thing is like flying an airplane. If I hand you the keys to an airplane, good luck. Now I have to teach you how to fly it. And then once I teach you how to fly it, I have to teach you how to land it. So yeah, it's kind of like that in a way. So I'm here to help to make sure that Gmail Direct Send is set up mainly first, and also to answer questions to make sure that you're not stuck, that you're not overwhelmed, that your whole system is set up. Because once your whole system's set up, you're going to make money, period. Now, I was going to do it like that, but no, someone else owns that, so I won't do that. But you're going to make money if your system is working, because this is a money-making system, proven money-making system. On that note, if I don't have any more questions, I don't see any other questions, and my time is up. Make use of my time, people. My old coach used to say, "Hey, go ahead and use me," because when the clock rings and when the bell rings, session's over. So use me while the session's in. Take advantage of text only. Take advantage of booking because it's only going to help you grow, make money. I'll help you monetize your whole system, help you understand how to monetize your whole system. That's different than saying, "Hey, click, click." No, I'll help you understand how to do it. That's what the coaching what this company's for. It's to help you get your system working 100%. On that note, if there are no other questions, let me check, make sure. And you're welcome. Let me put it here. You are welcome. You are welcome. And once again, thanks for everyone that was able to make it. I hope you have a great day, a safe journey, and a better tomorrow. Till we meet again, bye bye for now. All right.